Welcome back, adventurers, to another episode where we undertake a 100-mile crossing from Crete in rough water, where our Leopard 45 keeps us safe while giving us impressive speeds between 8 and 9 knots. We also share a surprising fact that sailing is not the reason we have a boat, so find out why. And in our Portofino update, we share a high-tech laser welder that results in high-quality welds that are visibly better to the naked eye. So kick off your shoes and come barefoot with us. We are John and Ali, the Barefoot Doctors, sailing and travelling around the globe. Join us as we share the adventure and explore the beauty of the world, because life is better barefoot.
So we are doing the 100-mile crossing from Sitia on Crete to Telos, that's the target. It's about 100 miles. We left at 5 a.m. to get past the stronger winds of 25 to 30 knots on the passage between Crete and the next island, which is Carpathos, which is historically a very treacherous bit of water. But we're sailing along now in confused seas. It's 8 a.m. so we've been going for 3 hours. We are 15 miles away from Sitia or so on Crete, and really in the middle of nowhere now. We're sailing along on 26 knots of wind, basically on a square reach, but very confused seas. Really very little structure to them at all, coming from different directions, some peaks, big troughs. We're getting speeds up to 8 knots, and then we'll hit a peaking wave, slow down again. Steady speed of about 7 usually. 7 knots is probably the average. But look at that horrible, confused sea. Honey's just made us breakfast. Let's see what it looks like from upstairs. So we're going now 9 knots and about 20 knots of wind, and the sea state has improved significantly. It's flattened out, even though the wind's not really dropped. It's not gusting now to the 25s and 27s, but it's still sitting a steady 18, 19. But the action of the boat is so much easier. Those sort of disturbed, confused seas have settled. At that time we might have had current going through a channel between islands, and it was really very unpleasant there for the first 4 or 5 hours of the trip. It's now improved. Wind dropped to about 15 to 18 knots, so we took out all the reefs, put up the full main, and then of course the winds come back in at 20-21 knots. So here again you see us sailing at around 8 or 9 knots, easily, comfortably under auto helm and under Genoa and main only. The performance of Leopard 45s is actually very good for a production boat. The calculated hull speed is 8.98 knots, and in light winds we get up to 6 knots very quickly. Upwind we will sail at 50 to 60% of true wind speed, and on a reach we will sail at 60 to 70% of wind speed, especially if we use the code 0. So we have frequently been sailing at 6 knots in 9 knots of wind, or 5 knots in 8 knots of wind. This is certainly much better than my experience sailing on the other major production boat brands, especially with upwind performance. So we completed this 100-mile sail between sunrise and sunset, in rough conditions, under auto helm almost all the way, and we were sailing easily and comfortably, despite the foul weather and waves that we were experiencing. So good on you, Leopard. We're just coming to the end of the 100-mile passage. Ahead of us, the island of Telos. The town is called Levardia. The sun is just setting, so I thought I'd get a quick video showing you all where we are coming in to the bay, which is protected, and we're soon going to be out of this swell and hopefully the wind. You can see how the water in there is so much flatter than it is here. Nice high mountains behind. Obviously the 20 to 25, 27 knot wind is still blowing outside, but we have protection in here. So we'll drop anchor and anchor off, and then have a nice passage beer.
It's interesting that some of our followers think we should only share the sailing aspect of our channel and not show the destinations. This is surprising to us because our videos are about sharing the experience of the cruising life, and it's not primarily for the act of sailing that we have a boat. If it were, we may have given up long ago, because some trips are unpleasant, tiring, hard work, and the relentless boat work is never ending. So if all there was to enjoy was the sailing, then it may well not be worth it in the end. So what many people lose sight of is that the joy of cruising life is the destinations that you can get to, the exquisite places that you can explore, the wonderful people and cultures that you can find, and learning the history and lifestyle of the people, past and present. Also, the yachties we meet along the way will become lifelong friends and will be there to support us at any time. So while we are enjoying the sailing immensely, the greatest benefit of the yacht is destinations that it allows us to enjoy. Cruising opens up the possibility of discovering incredible untouched destinations that few will ever see. Or you can visit the iconic tourist attractions, but if you choose to retreat to peace and quiet, you have your yacht to go back to in the evening. We can also anchor in the most expensive places in the world, often for free, and enjoy all the stunning surroundings that the rich and famous can. Destinations are a huge reason for us to be cruising the world in the first place. Therefore, we feel that not sharing the spectacular experiences of all the places we visit with all of our viewers would be missing one of the most important reasons people sail in the first place. Also, our videos are sharing our life and cruising adventures, and the destinations are always going to be a part of that. This isn't just a journey of sailing. It's the freedom to explore, to take your home with you, and to stay as long as the adventure demands. So, if you have no interest in the snapshot of destinations or the benefits and uniqueness of different countries, then just fast forward to the bits that you like the most.
Here we have the chain plate. In this case is a 47. This chain plate will be inserted on the deck and will be connected with the vertical structure, and himself will be connected to the bottom. So the load of the chain plate, first you see the thickness and the quality of the chain plate, cut it with a laser and with a bush, sleeve stainless steel bush insert. Here we have done first the first bush with the aluminium bush, welded with a laser welding machine. Here, same like we have done in this side, we will insert this sleeve, stainless steel 316 sleeve, then will be pushed here by warming the aluminium and freezing the sleeve and pushing gently inside. When the temperature will come down, will be locked there. And in this bush, we are going to fix rigging. This is the rigging. Normally it's like this, okay, with the adjuster. Then need to be connected to the chain plate with the pin, and it will work like this way. This is the final setup. Both of them, as per the calculation, they are designed to break over 20 tons. The load of the rigging, as per the manufacturer Sparcraft, in the worst condition is around 8 tons. So we have a factor almost 2.5 to 1 with the tenacity of the chain plate and the fork.
Good morning everyone, we are in the machinery room of Portofino, and today we are going to insert the bushing of in aluminium and stainless steel inside of the chain plate of the boat.
Now we reach a temperature on the material around 100 degrees. Now we bring the bush around the freezer, started at 100 degrees, and we will show you how to insert the bush in the press machine. This one. This is the press machine where we will squeeze the bush inside to obtain this result. So this is the frozen one. See the frozen ones? You can see them, it's so chilled. We will insert with press. Okay, gone. Remove. Show the other one. See, always inside. Perfect. And when we chill down, the aluminium will catch.
Hello again, now we are going to complete with our welder Abhilash. This is our chain plate. As you can see, we have inserted before the bush. Now with this special laser machine, welding machine, this is a laser welding, it's not a MIG welding. We are going to welding this bush in the chain plate. Let's go, Abhilash. As you can see, Abhilash is wearing special glasses for the frequency of the light. First part of the welding is done. As you can see, it's a very accurate and slim welding. This is the final result. You cannot compare with the MIG welding. This is much more accurate, you can see. So let's complete the welding, Abhilash. Excellent, good job. You can see the accuracy. This bush is only 2.5 millimeters. Would be impossible to make a similar welding with a MIG welding machine. But with a laser it's possible. This is the machine. Show the gun. This is a laser welding machine. This is a laser welding. And very thin and very strong.
Also, thanks to our awesome Patreons for helping us help others in need. Until next week, guys, hold fast to your dreams, for like the wind in the sails, they propel you towards endless possibilities.